My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. It's a new year. It's a new us. Welcome to the Weekly Dumb.
I keep forgetting it's 2023, man. That's like a real one. That's a year I used to like fuck around and joke with when I was in middle school because it was like a year that was so far away. And now
in middle school?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to joke that the Marlins would win the World Series in 2023.
They're not going to.
You don't know that.
I do.
How are you?
Got really sick, got the flu. It's too warm out for what, like the weather's being so warm. I'm suspect of the weather. Like, what's your fucking trick here? And but I'm excited. New year.
Put a little thermometer in his mouth.
You want to talk about the sports?
Hey, let's talk about the sports. Zach, it's a big hockey year. We've decided new year, new hockey year. And man, they kicked it off the right way. Bruins and Penguins, your winter classic at Fenway Park. Our guys Jack and Zoe were there punching dudes with wiffle balls. Jim, you like hockey. You like Jack and Zoe. You like baseball stadiums. You like...
Yeah, a lot of people I've been hearing in my orbit saying that want Fenway out and like make a new one. And
a lot of people
I like that. I like Fenway Park. So I like that Jack and Zoe struck out all the Bruins. The one guy, DeBrusk, dodged him, was so scared, said it was going to mess up his game, allegedly, and then scored the game winner. So good job.
So DeBrusk was right.
DeBrusk was right.
DeBrusk was right.
Actually, does Jack like the Bruins? No. Does Jack like anything? No.
Jack only likes
Zoe's a big Bruins fan. Zoe's a big Bruins fan.
Such a big Bruins fan, and Jack's the pitcher, and he was pitching, so I really need to know what was Zoe about the whole time. Okay.
Who do you think Zoe is a bigger fan of? The Bruins or Jack?
Jack.
So he's probably rooting for Jack.
It's his only friend.
Zoe's intimidated of Poppy so bad. Anyway, congrats to the Bruins on winning.
Jim, this almost a breakdown you were telling me you felt very relatable to. Which
Well, this
I don't
is
think that's good
actually,
English.
this almost a breakdown is actually something that I kind of like back in middle school used to dream up, used to really talk about. A walrus wandered onto the harbor, masturbated in front of everyone, and then fell asleep. And I got to say, I don't know if Zach has to blur out this walrus's penis or not. This length and kind of shape, but wider.
I think it's bigger.
Longer? It looked like two bricks.
It's like a traffic light situation.
It looked like two bricks rounded out.
That's what it would look like on you, but walruses are...
Oh my God, yeah.
Right. And think of the backdrop you
walrus
saw.
Also, like their waist is so... His waist...
DraftKings. Go check him out. It's like this walrus penis.
His waist is so tiny. You know when you see those cartoons of like a giant fat guy with the little legs, like almost Mr. Incredible?
Messed up.
The walrus waist is at their knees. Where you think their knees are, that's where they're thrusting from. Super top heavy, which is why they never walk, Jake.
It's not the walrus's home. They said it got lost and ended up there. But the earth is kind of the walrus's home, so we're kind of invading.
Well, that's what you do when you get lost, just kind of jerk off and fall asleep. Remember
if I was scared and lost.
Remember when you were stuck in that ATM vestibule?
Yes, I didn't jack off in that. I was scared.
Let's go back to the more sports.
Jim, this more sports is a great one to kick off the New Year's because it involves Scott Stallings. 3, 2, 1, 6.5. Zach, Scott Stallings, golfer, pretty good. Top 50 in the world, is going to get invited to the Masters this year. But they sent his invite
Green jacket
to another Scott Stallings. Jim, you like some of the details in this message that fake Scott Stallings sent to golfer Scott Stallings.
He Instagrammed the real Scott Stallings and said, "Hi, Scott." Period.
You hate this message.
I do. I really hate the way this guy types his messages. My name is Scott Stallings as well, and I'm from Georgia. My wife's name is Jennifer, too. Her Instagram is blank.
That was a weird next
That's
step.
a weird first three lines. Like, Scott Stallings, the golfer, when he's reading this message, he instantly thinks he's getting invited to bang this guy's wife. And then he's like, where is this going to go from here?
We still don't know the next messages. It could have been.
Line is, we have a condo at address. This is a please come bang my wife message, is what Scott Stallings is thinking. And then he says, I received your invitation to the Masters.
Yeah, I mean, he should have cut out those first three sentences and say, I received a FedEx today with your Masters invite.
Instead, this is my wife's Instagram and this is our address, are the first two lines.
My wife's also Jennifer. Your wife's also Jennifer. I don't know. Uh-oh.
To Scott, congrats to the Scott Stallings.
Scott Stallings offered to send professional golfer Scott Stallings the invitation, and a very nice package in time for the tournament. Yeah, other Scott Stallings just slightly creepy.
Slightly creepy. And also, do you think that Scott Stallings, the golfer, if this didn't happen, just wouldn't have went?
I think he was probably just like a little nervous he wasn't going to get the invite.
Now he's got 2 wives and an invite.
This kind of ties into the not sports. A cat has received death threats for participating in a dog swimming race.
Yeah, this is a good story, Zach, so listen up. You don't have to. This guy's got a cat. Cat's name is Buttface or something like that. And he thought Gus? Yeah, Gus. He thought as a joke, I'll enter my cat into the dog swimming race because my cat's a good swimmer.
Because the Scottish love a good gag.
No one stopped him. His cat got in the water. His cat beat all the dogs. Now, usually I'm anti-cat, and you think that I would be against Gus, or whatever this cat's name is. The dog people are furious. They're sending death threats to him. They're saying, he said, one of these local parochial yabos said he was going to shoot the cat and beat me up if he ever saw us again. If you're going to host a dog racing competition, and dogs and cats are the ultimate war, you can't let a cat enter. This is on the dog committee, and then on all the dogs that let this cat win. They should drown the cat.
Jim, I think I have bad news.
Yeah.
I don't think Gus won. They just said Gus performed well.
And he beat a couple dogs.
He beat a couple dogs.
And those dogs...
But they were like the didn't finish dogs that people were like, look at that dog swimming away. Like those were the viral clip dogs.
If all the dogs drown the cat...
That dog's eating a hot dog.
Gun goes off. Race starts. All the dogs...
No guns for us.
All the dogs drown the cat and then race. Clean?
Oh, that would have been awesome. That just would have opened the show if that happened.
You see the picture of them? It just looks like a fucking...
That's the worst picture I've ever seen. Put that up. I don't know what that is.
It's the cat.
I don't think that's from this.
It's the cat's head and then the tail behind him.
I've never seen that before in my life.
You know what else you haven't seen? An employee of the week. Think we're just going to give one out? Week hasn't even started. The year hasn't started.
New year. Prove it.
You guys got to earn it.
Prove it. DeBrusque.
Smith.
That was a weekly dumb.
The first weekly dumb of the year, and it was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DUMB. There's a B at the end because that word is dumb. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DUMB. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. What's that for? The LED?
I think this controlled the holiday nativity scene we had going on, but that's gone.
Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
Little gag.
I was doing noises. I was doing Foley.